toy. I'll land and like move. That's the mermaid. And that's the owl.
I don't know how well this is going to come out, but look what we're doing. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Mahoney. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the one thing that I changed that made all the difference for my small business and just being online and being a YouTuber and all the things. Okay, we're going to see how this goes because I'm cooking dinner while I talk to you. So one of the biggest things, and before you come at me, I'm not saying I never do this. I'm just saying I've cut down significantly, and that is watching television. Watching movies, Netflix, binging, all those things. I'm not saying I don't do them. I love to watch TV. I love to watch a movie. I love to hear people recommend new shows to me. But way more often than not, when I'm in a conversation, somebody's like, hey, did you see this show? Did you see that movie? And I'm like, nope, didn't. And like, it's fantastic. You have to watch it. I bet it is fantastic. It's just, I no longer, after my work day, go and sit on the couch and watch TV for hours. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to share why I don't do that anymore. Because I found myself working all day, coming home. That was my veg out period, which was nice. But at the same time, I always felt like I didn't accomplish anything. I just sat there and like zoned out, and half the time I'm on my phone, not even really watching it, and my kids are running around, and like I lost so many hours of life when I could have been living instead of watching. And so I used to go from like 3 to 4 hours of television and like screen time per day, and now maybe an hour a day if I'm lucky, if that. It really just depends on the day and what's going on. But I don't dedicate time now to sit and watch TV. I would say right now, as far as TV goes, the only show that I will actually make sure I watch is Survivor. When Survivor comes out, I don't even watch it at the time that it's on. I could never sit down at the exact time. But I make sure that I go back. I don't even have to record it anymore with everything the way it is. But I make sure I do find time to watch Survivor every week. Usually I'm a couple of days off, so I can't listen to any news. Not that I do anyways. Because otherwise it would be ruined for me. But I really want to go on Survivor someday. Like, that is my next really big thing that I want to do. I published my book, and now I'm like, I gotta go on Survivor. But anyways, that's defeating the purpose. But I just don't watch TV. And if you just sit down, just go with me for this one thing. Like, you may love TV and you're like already ready to shut me off. Maybe you already did. But I just want to put that in your head. Because if you are a big TV watcher and movie watcher, maybe if you reflect for just a little while and say, maybe if I knock down my TV time for like only an hour, it depends on the show you're watching, right? So many episodes are like an hour long now, right? So maybe give yourself an hour or two, whatever, how about this? Whatever you're doing for TV time right now, cut it in half, just in half. So if you watch 4 hours, only watch 2, right? If you watch 6, only watch 3. Just like, you can't cut it all the way out completely because you're gonna be miserable. You can't do things so crazily because we try to do that and then we fail and then we're like, oh, this sucks, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't have to be that way. I'm just saying, when I decided I wanted to do more, I wanted to read more, I wanted to do puzzles, I wanted to create a business, I wanted to craft more. I have an Etsy shop and I love crafting and making sweatshirts and shirts and all the things. Like, I just like to do that, and I found myself not doing it anymore. I found myself saying, I don't have time to craft, I don't have time to read, I don't have time to do puzzles. No. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Every single one of us. No one has more or less time. It's just how you use that time and how you value that time that matters. So if you want to read more books, then you have to actually sit down in time and say, I really want to read this book. I really want to finish this book that I'm reading. Or I want to start a new book. When am I going to do it? Well, then you have to program that into your day. Maybe instead of going to bed at 11 o'clock, you get in bed at 10:30, and that way you have 30 minutes before you're supposed to get in bed to sit there and really focus on just reading your book. It literally is just a matter of planning out your day. And if you're not already doing those things, you have to change the habit. So along with my no TV thing, If you're not a TV watcher and this doesn't apply to you, then I want you to think about what you're doing right now for the majority of your time. Now, if you are working a job that requires you, hold on. If you are working a 9-to-5 job, it requires you to be there and you have to do all the things. Obviously, you can't just up and quit your job. I would never recommend that to anybody. There are people out there who will recommend, just if you want to start your own business, just quit your job and just do it. Okay, I just really feel like that's not for everybody. That was definitely not for me. I know that I was not that person. I do not feel comfortable with just up and leaving my job and having no financial security. If you have maybe a pretty big bank account and you want to do that way, for sure, then it's like, okay, if you've got means to live at least 3 months with no, job security like that, then by all means, do it. But I'd say the majority of people don't just have money to just up and be like, all right, I'm done. I'm just going to focus on my business. Unless you get a loan or something, that's really not feasible. So what I say is you got to start planning out time for the thing that it is that you do want to do. If you want to be an influencer or a business owner or a course creator, or maybe you're doing network marketing, you want to sell Mary Kay, or what do you call them? Pampered Chef, or Red Nail Dash, Red Aspen. I can't even think about it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you just have to schedule time for that. So obviously the more time that you want to put towards a business, obviously the better outcome you're going to have. But at least just take some time and allot it to that. So back to my TV example. If you were watching 4 hours of TV and now you cut it in half to only 2, guess what? You have 2 free hours now. You can start working on that network marketing company that you want to go on with. And before people start coming at me and say, oh, network marketing doesn't work, I promise you it does if that's what you really want to do. You have to want to do it, and you have to block out all the noise of people telling you that you can't, okay? You can't have people in your head being like, you can't do this, and don't bother me, and I'm not, like, there's ways to do it. I'm going to do YouTubing Michelle Cunningham. You'll absolutely succeed if you follow her steps and go do her courses, because she 100% became successful on it. I knew Michelle Cunningham well before she was the way she is today. I watched her build and grow over the years and become who she is today. So it's proof right there. You absolutely can do anything that you want to do. You just have to actually do it. Stop sitting back and saying, oh, someday I'll do it, or I don't know where to start. Those are limiting things. If you keep saying, I don't know where to start, you're never going to start. You have to take action. That is the only way to change. It's the only way. Whether even it's something as small as I'm going to wake up and write down a topic that I want to write about in my book, then at least you did something towards that goal. If you just wake up every day and you're like, I want to write a book, and that's it. Well, that's right. Even if you tell me about it, that's at least, if that's your first step because you've never told anyone about it, then do that at least. But you have to, like, write something. Anything. It doesn't have to be your book, but write a blog, write an outline, write an idea, make a cover, do something that's going to accomplish one step closer to that goal. So I'm telling you, maybe in TV, like I said, TV is not your issue. Maybe you are obsessed with video games, or you have 17 kids and you're just like so consumed by taking care of your kids. Well, what I like to do in this house is as soon as my kids go to bed, I find me time. And me time is usually business time because I love it. I love it. So my me time usually involves business, but that's because I enjoy it. Yeah. Let me just tell you, if you do have those 17 kids and you put them to bed and then that's your time to do your business and that's what you do. And if you're going to come at me right now and say, oh, but Michelle, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything after they're in bed. Well, then don't do anything. That's okay too. But you can't expect to get any further in life. Sometimes you just got to be tired. You got to work through the tired. I can tell you, I'm tired a lot of the time. And I try not to always be tired. It's not the solution for life. You don't want to be tired. But you're going to be tired initially because you've never done it before. You're only going to be tired in the beginning until you figure out a schedule and what works for you. You won't be tired forever. So you just got to kind of power through and push through that, right? Like, I'm filming a video right now and you can probably hear all three of my kids in the background watching a movie. Okay, so when it comes down to it, I just want you to think about your life, think about your lifestyle, the things that you're doing, the things that you're not doing, and maybe even make a list. Write down all the things that you spend your time doing currently, and then write down a list of all the things that you wish you were doing. What can you cancel out or maybe shorten in order to be able to start incorporating those things that you want to be doing, okay? So like I said with the bedtime, like if you want to start reading, maybe go to bed a half hour early or 15 minutes earlier than you normally would, and then set your timer even to go ahead and read during that time. It kind of lets you know like, okay, I definitely read for 15 minutes, maybe I read a chapter or two, and you'll feel better that you actually got something accomplished. But you just have to plan out the things that you want to do. You have to get out of the robot mode, the autopilot, in order to change your behaviors and your habits in order to accomplish your goals. Now, if you haven't already read my blog, I'll link that down below. My blog explains exactly why we fail at the goals that we want to do, and it's based on these habits and changes. So definitely go ahead and read that and comment down below. Let me know if you like it, and let me know if there's something that you're interested in talking about or a question that you have for me, and I'd love to share that with you as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
I have yellow toes.
Yeah.
See that? Now take my yellow toes. Now take your yellow toes.
Take it.
Take it. Tickle. Is it cute? Yeah.
Is
Cute. Yeah. Is it too cute that you're too cute?
yeah.